How's it going, people? I have just watched, that's right, G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes, right? So, yeah, I wasn't too sure about this film. I mean, I liked the G.I. Joe cartoons as a kid and the toys and stuff like that, like, you know. And I kind of knew the origin of Snake Eyes, but this feels like it's a reboot, like, obviously, you know, it doesn't really feel connected to the other two G.I. Joe films that we've had in the past. This feels like they're trying to start something new. So I guess it kind of gets off a bit with that. But right, okay, yeah, it's meant to be Snake Eyes' origin story, and well, I guess Storm Shadow too. But Snake Eyes is played by Henry Golding. I know Henry Golding doesn't do too bad of a job, like, you know. Then Storm Shadow is played by Andrew Koji. And again, he does alright as well. You've got one of the Joes in there, who's Samara Weaving. She plays Scarlet. She's like in there as well. And then you've got oh god, I can't even remember the actress's name who plays Baroness. Ursula something or other, but I can't remember the last name. But yeah, he, you know, it was what you've also got, like the dude from The Raid in there as well. I can't remember his bloody name either now, like, I have to look this up. But yeah, so you've got some good fight people in here. I mean, the fight sequences are pretty okay. It's over the top. I mean, this film is dumb, like really dumb. I mean, the whole story behind it, with like, you know, it starts off promising. It starts off with, like, you know, the idea of, like, you know, Snake Eyes' dad being killed and him wanting to go and find who did it. That's how it opens, like, so, and then like at the halfway point when he goes off to go do, like, while he's doing his training and stuff like that, like, and that's when they introduce the Joes at the halfway point, really. And it all just goes a bit too over the top. I mean, yeah, I know it's G.I. Joe, and I know it's based on a toy and cartoon, you know, from the 80s, but I don't know, it just felt a bit too dumb. I mean, there's like a MacGuffin all of a sudden that just comes from nowhere in the form of a bloody glowing crystal. Yeah, that kind of felt really just sort of like, what? It's a bit dumb. It seems a bit silly, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, it's got this capability to create fire and stuff, like, and Cobra want it, and yeah, and it's the ending, the whole build up to, like, you know, the end of the film, like the finale and stuff, is just, it was alright, it was okay. We don't get I'm gonna spoil it, fuck it. We don't get to see Snake Eyes in his classic costume until the very, 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 very end of the film. And I don't know, man, the costume just looks a bit weak. I mean, yeah, I mean, considering they went all out with the really real dumbness in this, I mean, you got giant fucking CGI anacondas and stuff in it, like, yeah, it goes a bit wild, this film does, in that respect. But then they try to make, like, you know, like like Snake Eyes' costume really, like, I don't know, realistic, like armor and like stuff, and it's just like, well, you might as well have just gone all out and made it, like, you know, full on crazy if you're gonna do, like, some of the things that you do, like, in the film, like, you know, especially with like giant CGI snakes and stuff. When that happened, that kind of made me just go, oh god, really? Like, really? It's like one of his tests is like, oh, because he's trying to become a ninja, obviously, and like in one of his tests, on the final test, he's got to face 3 giant anacondas, and they will judge his soul. Like, and it's like, it got a bit dumb. It got a bit dumb. I mean, I don't even want to say it looks that good. I mean, like, the cinematography is a bit weak. It looks really cheap. It does look cheap. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love like ninja stuff and stuff like that. Like I can say, some of the fight sequences are pretty good, and some like, but it doesn't. It just looks a bit cheap. It didn't look really. It looked a bit made for TV almost, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that HBO Max TV shows are gonna make something look a bit better. Like, I mean, this is Paramount that did this, like, and I don't know, man. It was just really weak. It didn't really, like, by the end of it, I was just a bit like, wow, that was worth my time, wasn't it? I mean, thank God that I get, like, you know, this, I've got a cinema pass, so I can, you know, see films whenever I want and things like that. Like, but it's just, yeah, this was weak, man. Like I said, I don't want to bash on any of the actors and stuff like that, like, because they all did, like, you know, good enough jobs with it, you know, with what they had. And like it had me at the start, like I was like, it was just when it got to like the halfway point, I just kind of gave up on it. I was just like, what? Well, could have been better. I mean, if they'd not, I mean, even with like the magic crystal, the MacGuffin thing, like even if they kept that element, I mean, I could have gone with that. Say it was just like some sort of like meteorite or something like that, like, you know, some sort of alien sort of power, like, you know, something that came from space, like, you know, but. Like, they don't really give any explanation as to where and why that thing exists, and the explanation for the giant anacondas is, like, giant anacondas have lived for so many years and things like this, like hundreds of millennia or whatever. Like, and I don't know. It's like it was dumb, man. I mean, my suspension of disbelief at that moment when those snakes appeared went right out the fucking window, like just right out the window. But yeah, I mean, stunt wise, there's some cool stuff. There's a good car chase or two, but yeah, the CGI kind of, you could tell it was done on like a sound stage and stuff like that, you know, done on green screen and stuff, which kind of was a bit of a letdown. Like, it kind of took you out of it. Again, it didn't look that good. It looked a bit on the cheap side of things, you know, and like, it totally could have been better. I totally think they could have done way better with this film. But again, I don't even know who the audience is really for this. I mean, if it's kids, then there's, like, you know, there's quite a bit of violence for kids, like with machine guns and things like that. Like, I mean, considering the amount of swords that get used as well in this film, like, there's not, and the lack of blood. Like, it's like, you know, apparently you don't bleed if you get chopped up with swords and things. Like, I mean, there's some really cool moves that, like, it's like, well, you like slit people's throats and things like that. Like, and it's just like, I think I saw one CGI blood spurt, and that was about it. One, like, I mean that, like, and yeah, like I say, but there's one F-bomb in it as well. Like, fucking Baroness says fuck. Or she says fuck this, like, and like, you know, and like, so it's like, I don't know who this audience is. It's a bit violent for kids, but it's a bit weak for adults, like, so I can't, yeah, no, yeah, it's not for me. So my final review for Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins is, there's a couple of good fight sequences, but it's just dumb. It's a dumb film. So I'm gonna give this 2 stars, just because it's got some alright fight sequences in it. 2-star film. Yeah, it's dumb. But yeah, anyway, so that's my review for Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. There we go. Right, okay. Thank you very much for tuning in for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, as usual, and if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because I really need some subscribers. Got 305 now, and I'm pushing hard, so hit that subscribe button. I would love you for it. I mean, I love all my current subscribers, because you're all amazing, you're all brilliant people, and thank you very much for being here with me. And for anybody, like I say, new viewers, there's plenty more of this to come. I do a short pretty much every weekday as well, where I do some dad jokes and things like that. Like I've got a Saturday live show called Saturday Serial, so please like tune in for that as well. Like I'll stick a link up to one of the previous ones there. Bing. So there we go, you can click on that. What else have I got? I've got an in real life video out now and stuff like as well, a new one when I was doing my special, when I've been doing some special effects work, so have a look at that. So yeah, like I say, there's loads of stuff to come, so hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it around, come join, have some fun, come join me, yeah, trust me, it's gonna be fun, it's fun, yeah, hit that subscribe button, I love you all. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end this because I'm just waffling on now. Like I say, I hope you're all having a great day, hope you're all having fun and staying happy and smiling, and if you're not, then, reach out, talk to somebody, see if you can get that smile back. You deserve to smile. Anyway, I shall catch you all in the next video. Peace and love.